All right, welcome, guys. This is Breakfast with the Brand, the number one podcast in the world for entrepreneurs and leaders who want to go from bland to industry leading brand. If you tuned in live, go ahead, put some more flames in the chat and let us know where you're listening in from. We have a phenomenal show for you today, as usual. Today's topic is marketing. So, guys, check this out. I want you to think about your top questions. In fact, let me ask you a question. What are your top three challenges when it comes to marketing? I want you to keep that in mind. I have with me, as usual, the king of branding himself, Mr. Shaan Rais. We're about to get started. Let's go.
All right. Let's go. Listen, we've actually got another phenomenal guest today as well. But before I bring him out, I want you guys to think like Junior said about marketing you, right? So we teach brand you, not what you do. I want you to think about marketing you and what the problem is with that, right? Because a lot of times we think we know who we are, we think we're confident, we think we've got a hold on the value that we provide, but yet it's still hard to talk about it. It's still hard to talk about the value that you provide. So I've known copywriters who couldn't write copy for themselves. I've known promoters who couldn't promote themselves. Avid marketers who could not market themselves. Professional speakers who found it hard to speak about themselves. So I want you to think about, how do you add value to a market marketing you?
Shaan,
Marketing
that's
you.
so interesting. Why do you think that is? Why can't a copywriter write for himself? Why can't why can't a promoter promote themselves?
It goes back to being inside the bottle. It really goes back to being inside the bottle. It's hard to read the wrapper from the inside of the label. Like from the inside of the bottle, it's almost impossible to read the wrapper. It's almost impossible to read the wrapper. And this is why people would rather do anything and everything else possible in the business. They'd rather send emails than have to market. They would rather write emails and send emails than have to market themselves. I've known people who were publicists, literally publicists and speakers for other organizations, PR representatives, PR, college PR, working PR. But yet, when it comes to speaking for themselves or marketing their own services, cats got their tongue. No value at all. Don't know what to say. Don't know how to say it.
Wow, that's interesting. I want to say good morning to everybody viewing. So we have Travis tuning in on YouTube. We also have somebody on Facebook. Can you put your name somewhere in the comments? I wish I could shout you out, but unfortunately,
Phenomenal morning. Phenomenal morning.
I just can't see.
If you can't, if we can't see you, nobody else can. Again, this is marketing you, right? Marketing you, guys. You have to market yourself. We are on IG, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. LinkedIn voice is down for the day. That's okay, because we've got all the voice in the world. So LinkedIn Live is still present. We are on Facebook in multiple places, YouTube, as well as Twitter. And the guest that I'm going to bring out is going to be able to speak to the effect of marketing on his business, because as we were going through it yesterday, we were talking about curriculum and, constructions of curriculum and course structure and what that looks like. And he was actually saying that he's evidence of being able to more than 100%. I want you to think about this. I want you to really, really think about this. He's been able to add a zero to the back of his investments. He's been able to add a zero to the back of his investments specifically. So when we say add a zero, that's what I mean. When I say make your yearly income monthly, your monthly income weekly, and your weekly income daily, that's exactly what I mean. When I say collapsing decades into days so you can transform your existence on the face of this planet and free the people you love, that's exactly what I mean. It's not a marketing tactic, right? It's not that's not copy. That's reality. And that's what we've been able to do. And this gentleman actually espouses that and is a picture product of it. A picture product of it, right? We've talked before, Junior, about doing the before and after shots.
Right.
Right, doing before and after shots. And I've said we literally put you through a car wash almost. It's like a car wash. You go in as a stuttering and a sputtering Hyundai or 20-year-old Toyota, and you come out looking like a Rolls Royce, gleaming and shining and ready for the world to see. And now you're proud and you're confident and you're shiny and you're shark skin, right? And it's a real thing where nothing about you is the same except the origin brand story and where you came from, and everything in reality looks different, right? So we want to go to a break before I bring him out, because as a provider of top-notch services, most people are looking to get clients, make themselves rich, and make money. However, there is no stronger marketing than your client's success. Let's grow. It's very important that you know yourself to the highest degree possible, because it's through knowing ourselves that we're able to know other people. You are the most important person in the room, and the better that you know yourself, the better that you're able to communicate to others. So you're not only playing the game knowing who you are, but you're also playing the game knowing who everyone else is, so that you're not playing blind.
He's extremely engaging with people. He has a fantastic smile, and he's just a very high energy person.
This is called leadership development. So we have to be independently knowledgeable and considerate to know who we are, so we can more effectively know who other people are. As the leader, it's your responsibility to allocate resources in the right places. If you don't know how to communicate effectively, you're losing the battle. I said Shaan Rais. I'm proud. I said Shaan Rais. Leadership is not the brand they made for us.
Listen, he brought fire, heat. He didn't hold back.
20 years down the line, what I could sell, why not serve first? Service over salary. Branding like a leader closes the gap for people who want branding. Speaking like a leader closes the gap for people who are nervous about speaking. If Steve Jobs would have speculated, we wouldn't have Apple.
He changed lives. He helped people open up their business and start their business.
We are the brand. Some people say, Shaan, should I quit my job? Mentally, yes.
As a speaker too, to be able to learn from him and watch him and you know, game respects game. And I want to have that much game someday.
The right client, pay $500,000 for what you do. You have to be bold in your beliefs.
He has been an amazing asset to this event and a pleasure to work with. Very captivating, collaborative, worked very well with the audience.
I want to help you. Put a 0 behind your number, right?
The session was great. How he is online, virtually, he is even more phenomenal in person.
Be the face of change that you want to see. Stop asking questions and start giving demands.
The entire team has just been absolutely incredible. They are a joy to work with. They go above and beyond.
Give yourself a round of applause. Yes, yes, yes. Give yourselves a round of applause. Yes, 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 yes. Guys, if you're watching this right now, we have Bobby Jackson, client phenom, success story, and massive implementer of what we train, massive implementer of the frameworks, the systems, the processes, the mindsets that we teach, and the leadership leverage. And Bobby, I wanted to bring you on today because we're talking about marketing and how important it is to market yourself. And as an example of success, right? As an example of being able to go from crickets to digits, right? In the midst of a very small amount of time, which you can elaborate on. But how important has marketing been to your ability to be successful in business?
It's been instrumental, because without what I learned through marketing like a leader, which was a transformative experience, was that marketing has multiple levels. You've got like this surface level marketing, and then you've got this deeper level of marketing, and then you've got bedrock marketing. like you're really in their psychology and you're walking along with them. So what I believe was most instrumental to me about marketing was understanding that until you learn to serve, you're going to have a hard time marketing, because people want to know how you can help them solve their problem. They really don't care about your solution per se. They care about how your solution transforms their life. So for me, adding that zero to the number, being able to increase my investments, and the things that I learned that was most transformative was that until you have someone helping you understand how you truly help your clients, you really don't know how you help them. And I want to elaborate on this. I really
do. Please do. This is your time. Please do.
When we think as entrepreneurs, all of us have been in that stage of our business where we have consumed ourselves with our solution, the solution we want to give, the solution we're committed to providing, and that's what the people are going to buy. And not only is that what they're going to buy, they're going to pay me top dollar for it because I want them to. Like that mindset, destructive, if I can say so, destructive. But what you learn as you align yourself with the right people, and as you go through the right courses, it's really a car wash. And one of those things that suds and bust and brushed off of my car was that, Bobby, they don't really care as much about what you do as you think they do. They care about how what you do transforms their life. And here's the marketing piece. Until you can convey your transformation to the market effectively, you don't have message to market fit. So I would say those were some of the key components that took me from zero to hero, from crickets to digits, was understanding how to convey the value effectively by aligning myself with individuals like Shaan Rais, like Junior Frederick, that were able to show me through marketing like a leader what I really do, who I really am, and how I can really convey that message to my ideal market and make the money, right? Provide the service.
Very good. Very good. Junior, what is your feedback on that? What is your take on that? I've got something, but I'm gonna hold it. So what you got there?
I'm very my background is marketing, so I'm very impressed with what Bobby just said. I don't often hear people talking about message to market match. A lot of people don't talk about that. A lot of people don't even know what that is. So I'm quite impressed to hear Bobby speaking about that. And Bobby, you're 100% right. Marketing starts with service, and it's so much so that a lot of people could monetize free. So let me say that again. Marketing is about service. A lot of people, okay, Sean. So a lot of people, they go into the market and they want to immediately charge. Like you say, okay, how much can I make? How much can I make? They don't think about how much can I serve. But in marketing, we can monetize free. There are over 10 ways to monetize free. I want you guys to think about that. So think about how much can I serve people? Because if you serve, then you'll get what you deserve by monetizing free. If you have the right message to market match, just like Bobby was saying, you have the perfect offer, an irresistible offer, then it's a no-brainer. It usually is for the person that you're speaking to. It's literally a no-brainer, because you're literally saying, based on your research, I know what they want. Hey guys, it's like Sean saying, I want salmon. I'm looking for smoked salmon. And Bobby coming and saying, hey Sean, I have smoked salmon. It's like a no-brainer. Bobby has smoked salmon, Sean wants smoked salmon, and it's very, very simple. So I agree 100% with what Bobby just said.
Very good. Very good. Guys, listen, we are live again. Let me just reiterate, we are multiple different places on Facebook, IG, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Most people didn't even know you could go live on Twitter, right? But we are live on Twitter as well as Facebook, LinkedIn, multiple places, Facebook, multiple places, IG, Happy Mev, Phenomenal Morning. If you don't market, you don't exist. It's just that simple. People believe erroneously that if you build it, they will come. They will not come, no matter what you build. The ark had to be marketed. The ark had to be marketed. You know, we all talk about the ark and Noah and the animals on the ark, but the animals had to be brought. The bringing, watch this, the bringing of the animals to the ark is what's called a campaign. There was a campaign to save the animals. So people went out, emissaries went out, like Facebook posts and marketing and advertisement, like Facebook ads. The emissaries went out to capture the attention of the desired ideal client. The ideal client for the ark was the animals and the people, and they had to be marketed to. Guys, you're trying to save the world, but I'm trying to help you save yourself. I'm trying to make it so simple that a kindergartner would be like, that makes all the sense in the world. Oh, how can I say it? The sun's light is marketing. The sunlight is marketing. If we didn't feel the sunlight, would the sun really exist? We would say, I think there's something out there, but we're not feeling the warmth. We're not feeling the love. It's cold. Mm-hmm. And that's how your clients are when you're not marketing. They're not feeling the warmth and they're not feeling the love. And you got them freezing out there. And they getting shined on by these little moons. By these little moons, they're reflecting, they're refracting light. When you don't market, somebody else is eating your food, sitting at your table, eating your plate, shining on your people. So I tell people all the time, marketing, they really believe that marketing is about them. And that's why they can't do it. They're like, I don't have the new iPhone. My hair isn't right yet. My nails aren't right yet. And I tell them all the time, it's not about you. Marketing is not about you. I say it all the time. Marketing is not about me. It's not about me. Shaan Rais, this is not a Shaan Rais show. Shaan Rais is working for you now. It's not about me. It's about you. And if you don't get it, then the marketing campaign didn't work, because I promise you, we have an arc in this situation of underpay, over exploiting the employee. We have an arc in what took place 3 years ago and what's taking place right now, where the cost of eggs is like the cost of a house, and the cost of gasoline is like the cost of a first-class plane seat. And you don't get paid any more, and you're asked to do more on the job than you've ever done for less than you've ever received. We have an arc. Marketing is the campaign. So during the campaign 3 years ago, we used multiple mediums. Right now we're using multiple mediums. Facebook is a medium, YouTube is a medium, Twitter is a medium, LinkedIn is a medium. We use IG as a medium. We used multiple mediums. One of the multiple mediums, multiple omni-channels, was a webinar. One medium was a webinar, one campaign, one ad. had, one marketing system was a webinar. On that system, 3 years ago, we brought in an individual whose name was Bobby Jackson. Bobby Jackson, 3 years ago, didn't have a business model. Had all the competence in the world. All the information was stored in his head. But he was inside of a container. He was inside of a bottle. Right now, you're inside of a bottle, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shaan Rais was inside of a bottle. All of you are inside of a bottle. We are all inside of bottles, and it takes someone from outside the bottle to look at the bottle and say, hey, you know, you're water.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, you know, you're water. The water doesn't know it's water because it can't see itself. The coffee doesn't know it's coffee because it can't see itself, smell itself. It is what it is. So it takes someone outside of you, outside of the bottle, to read the bottle and say, hey, you're Fiji, natural artisan. And then it snaps. So we saw Bobby. Bobby came in and we worked with Bobby, and Bobby made some investments in himself, and we were able to go through a process. Remember, guys, I said coaching is a future-focused, goal and action-oriented process. Emphasis on action, emphasis on process. Now, how long ago, looking back now, does it seem like, Bobby?
Looking back, it feels like 5 years. It feels like it took a while. But when I look at the time, less than 3 years, like literally about 2.5 years. And that was to get even further. I started seeing progress, like real progress, in about 6 to 9 months. And then I started seeing leaps in a year. I started seeing leaps and bounds in about 2 years. And at that 2.5 year marker, floodgates, things like really started to open. I was like, oh man.
Now, let's speak to the beginning. In the beginning, did you come willingly?
Absolutely not. I was kicking and screaming. I was that guy. I thought coach was going to fire me. He was going to be like, Bobby, I don't know. But no, guys, in all jokes aside, it was I wouldn't even say it was a love-hate relationship, because it was nothing like that, but it was definitely a reluctance. Because as entrepreneurs, what I found is that we tend to overestimate our skills and underestimate our weaknesses, and just a ton of things that come with weaknesses. We can underestimate our abilities to connect well with people, you know, and if we underestimate these things, it just puts you in a bad spot. So if I can talk a little bit about my reluctance, I think it'll help someone. My reluctance was tied to arrogance, but it wasn't an intentional arrogance. Like, it wasn't like I felt better than anybody else, but it was almost like, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm out here. I'm doing my thing. I'm a part of the 1%. I'm making moves. Like, I had all of these things going on in my head, and it crippled me for about 6 months, about 6 months, because I just wasn't getting. I was taking notes, but I wasn't absorbing the notes. I was getting the information, but I wasn't transforming. I wasn't becoming the information. So I really want you guys to think about your marketing strategy right now. And I want you to think, how long have you been running the same strategy, the same campaign, the same 2-3 posts a day at your set time? How long you been doing that? Like the same flyers, you got it templated inside of your Canva. Use the same template. Like, how long have you been doing it? And if you've been doing it 3, 6, 9 months and you're not getting the results that you want, you must beg the question, am I doing the right thing? And that's the question that I had to beg. And the moment I said, okay, I'm with the best in the industry. Like, I know, like, when you see Shaan Rais, especially, 3 years ago, and you were comparing him to everybody else in the industry, till this day, like, now he's like even further beyond everybody else. But back then I could see it. So one thing I knew for sure is that I was in the right room. So I was like, okay, I'm in the right room. The second thing I had to ask myself, if I'm in the right room and I'm doing what XYZ people are doing, and I'm telling you guys, people were crushing me. People were coming in like 2 months after me, getting 6 months time results. I'm like, okay, they're doing something right. Shaan is teaching something right. I'm not getting the results. What am I doing? So
That's
to end this, for you guys and just really take it back to the beginning, for me, it was one, arrogance. I had to get out of my own head as an entrepreneur, like humble yourself and get some help. Once I knew I was in the right room, I had to say, okay, you've been doing the same thing. Boom, 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 boom. It's not working. What do I need to do? Okay, I need to humble myself. Once I humbled myself, I went to the coach. I said, hey, coach, I need help. He said, all right, I need you to get with Junior. Junior going to help you come up with this, and then we're going to move you through. It was a whole pipeline, guys. Like this, what you're seeing on the outside, tip of the iceberg. You get on the inside, I mean, everything under the ocean is what you're missing. So I will say, to end that piece it was transformative in the sense of really understanding what it meant to be a CEO, what it means to be a leader, and then taking that leadership mentality and turning it into a marketing strategy by becoming who I really was, which is the brand you. I mean, transformative. Hope I didn't take too much time there, but guys, I felt that. That was real. That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. So you fought 6 to 9 months. You fought, right? So let me ask you this. If you would not have fought from the very beginning and would have came in like just super coachable and ready to go, like what do you think your process would have been? How long do you think it would have taken you to go ahead and retire your wife and retire yourself and be able to sit where you sit now? How long do you think?
Oh my God. It's embarrassing, but I would be honest.
Yeah,
it probably would have took 6 months.
It probably would have took 6 months because after you got in alignment and you kind of humbled yourself and was like, you know what? Read the label. Just read the label and tell me what to do. I'm going to be Clay right now. And how long ago would you say that was before you started seeing massive uptick in your numbers?
I would say it took me 3 months after humbling myself to start seeing massive stuff because I had to rework. Some stuff.
That's our norm. Guys, our norm. You can go to Shaan Rais and check our testimonials. You can go to the YouTube channel and check our testimonials. We have clients who in no less than 90 days absolutely transform their life. Absolutely. I mean, 20K a month will transform your life. You won't have to go clock in anywhere. You can hire someone at 20K a month. And that's what we're talking about. And that's been done in less than 2 months. We've had homework assignments where people go do the homework and come back with 10K, 15K. On free calls, free challenges. We do one day, they go make money immediately. So I want you to think, and when we come back, I'm gonna let Junior speak to this for a moment, but I want you to think during this break. And I'm going to use some strong words. I really, really want you to think about the words. I want you to unpack the words. Are you running an anti-campaign against yourself? Is the advertisements going in your head all day? The negative self-talk that we have, the unconscious conversations that we have with ourselves. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Like Bobby said, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. Are you running an anti-success marketing campaign against yourself? The reason why I did this and what I do is help leaders to become brands and brand themselves. You train people how to treat you by how you treat yourself. I teach authenticity marketing. If people can take advantage of you, they will in your personal or professional existence.
My biggest takeaway just from day one is you are the brand. I would recommend it to anybody that's really looking to build a personal brand.
Just the brand in general has changed my life. I've grown so much since I've been a part of this.
I see myself in what he does, and I believe in it just as much as I believe in myself.
Business is like a game of chess. It's not checkers. If you don't know how to lead with a personal brand, then you're losing the battle.
Everything about Shaan's talk was fantastic. I mean, I got so much from it.
So he was really bringing fire and passion and just love and spirit to let everybody else know how do you become a leader amongst the leaders.
You hold the key in your hand. There is more power in this phone than there was that took the first man to the moon.
His energy, his dynamic information, gave a really great presentation.
I didn't ask for any money. I didn't have an offer. I had a heart to help people and meet them where they were at and find their need and fulfill it.
Shaan is the bomb.
All right. Let's get it right, guys. Let's get it right. Okay, so are you running an anti-success marketing campaign against yourself? Now, let me give you an example of what that looks like. And everybody take this personally. If you showed up late, that's a sign. If you showed up late, that's a sign. This is free. So sometimes your mind will say to yourself, the anti-success campaign will say, the marketing going on in your mind will say, well, it's free. It's not of that much value. The only reason we're able to do this is because we're so successful. The only reason that we're able to do this every morning at a set time is because we have a certain amount of success. We have a certain amount of success. If we didn't have a certain amount of success, then we would be deep into a marketing campaign right now to close deals and like hard on the strategy. But because we are past a certain level, it's like, okay, guys, we have a nice amount now. We can just give and let's give away. Let's do the 501c3 piece. We got the LLC model and we're lucrative over here. Super successful over here. So okay, let's do the 501c3 piece and let's give. And that's what we're doing right now. So because it's free though, the psychology, the anti-successful psychological marketing campaign will say it's free, it's not of that much value.
Shaan, that's something else. You know, I was thinking about the whole concept of an anti-campaign on yourself, and I wrote down a couple points during the break.
Please.
I wrote down a couple points. So I wanna talk about number one, sales. Number one. So what I learned is that everybody's a salesperson. Sales is not about money.
No.
Sales is about getting a favorable result, getting an outcome. Right now, if you're looking at this right now, then you're a salesperson. The difference is most of us sell ourselves, but we sell ourselves in the opposite direction. We sell ourselves backwards. So instead of selling forwards, I'll give you an example. Somebody might say, well, I can't put out a marketing plan. I can't, I'm not ready. This is a great one. I'm not ready. Or people tell me, well, now's not a great time. Now's not a good time. So what I found, Shaan, is instead of selling themselves forward, instead of selling their program forward, instead of pushing themselves forward, then they're selling themselves in reverse.
Yeah.
They're selling themselves in reverse.
It is a
Hey,
sale.
guys, it is a sale, but you're the one. So you're the one in your mind. You're the one giving the objection. So you're saying, so Bobby, for example, Bobby might say, well, I'm not ready. I don't think this is going to work. So you're the one selling yourself. Because remember, when you say something, there are two people listening. There's whoever you're talking to, and then there's yourself. You're selling yourself backward sometimes. And like Shaan was saying, you're running that anti-marketing campaign. And here's the cool thing, Shaan. When let's say I get on in some kind of sales scenario, right? And somebody tells me, I'll give you a couple of objections. They might say, well, it's too expensive. Or they might say, I don't have the money. Or they might say, I don't have the time. Or I can't devote the effort. And I often tell them the same reasons why you cannot do it are the same reasons why you need to do it. Let me say that again. In a sales scenario, this is not about money. This is about anything. So let's say you're thinking you're on the edge. Oh, I need to build a brand. Now is not the right time. I don't have enough money. Listen, the fact that you don't have enough money is the reason why you need to build a brand, not the reason why you shouldn't build a brand. The fact that you don't have enough time because you're spending time working on a job is the reason why.
Good, Bobby. It's good. I'm about to. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, Junior. Go ahead.
This is the reason why you need to build a brand. This is not the reason why you shouldn't build a brand. So, guys, we need to sell ourselves forward. Listen, just like the good book says, right? Seek and you shall find. People often find, or they often seek for evidence why they cannot do something.
Woo, come
And
on.
I say, you know what? I say that's phenomenal. So I say, okay, now so you've given me 10 reasons why you cannot do it. Now let's try coming up with 10 reasons why you need to do it. And guess what? Guess what, Sean?
Yeah.
The 10 reasons they normally show themselves. The 10 reasons normally come up. The 10
Okay.
reasons normally come up. So they literally list 10 reasons why they cannot do it. I have to check in with the wife. I don't have enough time. I'm
Oh,
busy at the job.
this is
Um,
good.
now's not a good time. Or this is a great one. Give me a few months. Let me think about it. I need to check the bank account. I say, okay, great. I say, okay, that's phenomenal. You give me 7 reasons why you cannot do it. Let's try coming up with 7 reasons why you need to do it. And guess what?
Same
I
reason.
need to do it because guess what? I'm running out of money. There's no such thing as job security. There's no such thing as the right time. I can go on and on and on. But what I found, guys, you need to have the ability to sell yourself forward. And that goes into the branding, that goes into the confidence. And once you have the confidence and you take action, then you normally develop the competence. I promise you, it's all smoke and mirrors. So the same reasons why you cannot do something are the exact same reasons why you need to do something.
You know what's amazing, Junior? As you speak about this, it's jarring my memory, right? And it's probably because I'm looking at Bobby on the screen, right? because Bobby used to say the same thing. I'd see he'd hit me, right? Hit me on Slack or hit me on the back end and say, "Hey, coach, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it." And I said, "Well, where were you on last night's call, Bobby? Of course you're not going to be able to make it if you don't attend the calls." "Well, coach, I don't have the time." I said, "Well, Bobby, that's why you need to do it, because you don't have the time and you're not going to get more time until you get yourself free. You need to come to the calls. You need to learn what you need to learn so you can get yourself free." He would say, "Oh, my wife is coming for me." I would say, "And she's not going to stop." I said, "And she right to come for you, because here you are investing and you're not even showing up. So she's supposed to come at you. Your job is not to respond." I said, "You want to manage your responses, manage your emotions, manage your responses. Your job is not to respond, because anything she says, she's right. Anything she says, I don't care how it sounds. I don't care how visceral, how painful, how emotional it makes you. Anything she says is right, because man's job is to caretake and protect. Man's job is to caretake and protect." And I know it felt some kind of way, but I always said, "I'm telling you what I did. I'm telling you what I took. I was under the fire hose. My wife lit me up with anger and despair and hostility and aggression. But it wasn't really that. It was pain, because every single day I'm saying a prayer and hoping that she come back through the door, because she go this way, I got to go this way, and I'm not there with her, and I don't have the money to go with her." I want you to understand that. We was in the car the other day, family member, and we were driving backwards and parking, and you can see the satellite, right? So there's two ways you can see it. You can see the back rear view mirror, because it's in the where the license plate is. You can see the back, so it's parallel parking, and it's giving you the sounds. And then there's another satellite projection on the top, so the mirror is split. Super safety. And I said, this is not because I want this kind of a car, not because I want the rims, not because when I get out the car it says something about me, because my wife may have to travel alone at some point. And when she does, I know that I've sent forth all of the protection. That's why I go to school. Not because I love school. I hated school. And to some degree, I still do. But it's my job as a man to protect those I love. So I must be prepared and I must provide. to the fullest degree possible. That's my job. When she married me, she agreed to be under my care and provision. And if I deny that to her, then she should put me on the chopping block. So when Bobby would tell me this, I would say, brother, I get it. I've been there. I said, your first job is to remove her from the marketplace, and she gonna stop.
Yeah.
Do your job. Do your serve and protect. Serve and protect. Zig Ziglar said you can get all the things you want in your life as long as you provide enough other people all the things they want in your life. So provide value, 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 serve, 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 and you'll get what you deserve. Right now, you don't deserve the peace that you admire, that you would like to have, the quiet that you would like, you know, the calm, the peace in the home. You're not providing it. Listen, I said the mirror is your best friend or your worst enemy. And sometimes when we have friends and when we have associates and we have confidants or coaches and consultants, we like to blame the outside. We like to say it's your fault. Junior, it's your fault. Shaan, Bobby, it's your fault. You got clients. Bobby, it's your fault. I'm not seeing success. But the reality is, you met with the reason why in the morning when you was brushing your teeth. When you was brushing your teeth, you met with the reason why. You're not where you're supposed to be and where you want to be. It ain't got nothing to do with me. As a matter of fact, if you use me as a tool and a resource like I am, evidence-based, Swiss Army knife for success, you're going to find success faster than you ever thought possible. And it's the kind of success that'll make your head spin off your neck and your shoulders. And it'll be faster than you ever thought possible and more illustrious than you ever thought possible. And Bobby would say, I don't have the time. And I would say, that's why you need to do it, Bobby. And he would say, well, my wife's coming for me. And I would say, that's why you need to do it, Bobby. And he would say, well, I'm running out of money. I said, that's why you need to do it, Bobby. So every time he hit me with the negative campaign marketing, I hit him with the positive campaign marketing. Because one has to win. And in your own head, you've got a negative and a positive campaign going on at all times, guys. Everybody watching this right now, you got a negative and positive campaign going on. We all have it. We all have it. I woke up. I said, it's time to go. It's time to hit the treadmill. Positive campaign. Boom. Negative campaign says, well, I don't know. I'm not sure if I feel like it. Positive campaign punked the negative, cowered him down into a corner, said, this is what we doing. And the treadmill got wet. Bobby, speak to that a little bit, because being, I love it when you come on, because you're the closest thing to the listening body and the furthest removed. Like sometimes we're the farthest removed. So sometimes they'll hear it from Shaan and say, oh no, but Shaan been doing this for 10 years, which is true. Not to this degree, but that's true. So they'll say, Shaan been doing this for 3 years. He's way advanced. Well, here's Bobby, who was just in your shoes, who paid attention, humbled himself, and was able to implement what was taught in all of the Like a Leader series, and is here now to be able to tell the tale. So, but what shifts did you have to undergo in the marketing campaign piece to go from my wife is coming for me to baby, we gonna get you out that job today? Will be your last day.
Man, I remember like it was yesterday. Like, man, my wife was on my muffin top, y'all. Like on my head. It's reminiscent to the point. But let's jump into this one. Like, one of the biggest things that changed for me was taking responsibility. When we think about marketing, and this might be a little bit deep, but business is deep. When you do it right, it should be deep. And one of the things that I remember was the amount of time I was spending marketing, the amount of time that I was spending in my business trying to grow the business properly was minuscule. So I want you all to think about how much time you're actually spending marketing successfully. Because I spent a lot of time dreaming about the business that I wanted to run. I spent a lot of time talking about the business with my friends and telling my wife, oh, now I'm going to tell you guys what's really going to upset some people that are close to you, people that are in your life. If you're constantly telling them what you're going to do, but they're not seeing the results of what you're saying is going to happen, at first it seems like, oh, okay, baby, it's going to be all right. Second stage of that is, all right, you've been telling me this for boom, boom, boom. The third stage, the stage that I had gotten to before I got help, was, you're a liar. That hurt. I know that cut somebody deep. You're a liar. You told me X amount of months ago that we would be here. I need everyone that's listening to this right now you're close, but you're not quite there. Like, you got the LLC, you got the business, you got a product to offer. Like, this, the only thing holding you back, the thing between you and the bag, is marketing. Like, if you're right there, I need you to understand that you got promises that are unkept at the moment. I guarantee it. Because no one gets this far along in business without making a promise to either themselves, to the ones they love, or a combination of both. And until you solve the marketing problem, until you get the marketing thing right, you cannot keep the promise. So to end that piece, like, I really hope that helps somebody, but to end that piece, biggest takeaway is this: are you doing enough? And here's the second thing. Do you know what to do? Do you know what to do? Because you could be doing the most in your mind, but if you're doing the most of the wrong things, the more you do, the worse for you. You out there crushing it every day, but you crushing the wrong thing. What if you, like imagine you wanted to make orange juice, but you got apple trees in the backyard, and I mean, you crushing it. You got 15 people out there with you. Y'all crushing it. You got all the juice in the world, but your goal is to bring orange juice to the market. You show up to the market. Everybody in the market is looking for the orange stuff, the yellow looking stuff. Some want pulp, some want pulp free. They're waiting. You show up with seedless, freshly squeezed, beautiful, ready to go apple juice with dust bunnies in your pockets. What do they call them? They call them rabbits, rabbit ears. That means when you pull your pocket out, it looks like a rabbit ear. That's what you got. You walking around with bunny ears. Guys, marketing is the key. It is the bridge. And it was the bridge that got my wife out of the marketplace. It's the bridge that ensures my kids go to private schools. It's the bridge that's allowed my son to play at the level that he plays at, basketball, so that we're getting looked at by certain colleges. It is the bridge that has allowed me to come on this call as often as I have at 7 a.m. in the morning, when I would normally be punching a clock in a military uniform for a country that loves me. You know, they love me, but at the end of the day, they only gonna retire me at about 60% of what I was making at my high three. That's like $60,000 to $4,000 a year. A month. That's it.
Wow. I mean, I don't know if I got anything to say. Very rarely am I speechless. Very rarely am I speechless, but there's a word that kept ringing in my head while Bobby was talking. There's one word that kept ringing in my head while Bobby was talking. I want to give you guys a chance to, let's see, IG, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube. What's the word that kept ringing in my head? What's the word that kept ringing in my head? If somebody, the first person that tells me the word, I'll give the training to. Based on it. Based on the word, I'll give the training to. What's the word that kept ringing in my head? Somebody put it in the chat. Let's see. Where's the Jeopardy sound?
Play the Jeopardy sound.
Somebody put it. I know it's.
All right. Okay. Hold on. It's Coach B.
Coach B. That's not it.
Okay. That's not it.
And help is not it either. Omnipresent is not it. What's the word that kept ringing in my head while Bobby was talking?
Somebody asked, what is the question again?
There was a word. There was one word that kind of summed up what Bobby been talking about and what we've been talking about this whole morning. And with the last story, when he was on the big screen, there was a word that just kept ringing in my head. And it's really like a cold water. You know about the cold water challenge, the ice challenge? It's like the ice slap challenge. Because it's like a cold ice slap in the face of what you're doing and what you're trying to do, right? So when he was going through it, it just kind of like went right down my back. Like there's one word, and we talk about it all the time.
All right. Coach B says responsibility.
Nope.
No. Commitment.
Nope. Nope.
What he says, brand.
Nope.
You may have to give the people a clue. Give them a clue, man.
We done gave him all the. We done gave it all to him. We done gave him all. We done gave him the answer. We done gave him the answer. They
marketing.
it. Marketing, no, but yes, but no. What?
Hold on.
What is marketing really? I'm not going to say it, but what is marketing? Marketing is one thing. What is it? Oh, Travis, you gonna have to go back and rewind this. You got to refresh this. It's one word. It's one word, and I promise you, it is the equivalent of marketing.
Service.
Nope.
Story.
Nope.
Okay, so guys, that's not it. Sales. Somebody says sales.
Nope. I'm not going to say it right now. I'm going to give you a chance to think about it. I want you to think. I want you to use that beautiful muscle in between your ears and behind your eyes while we watch this.
I said Shaan Rais. I'm proud. Shaan Rais. Leadership is not the brand they made for us.
Listen, he brought fire, heat. He didn't hold back.
20 years down the line, what I could sell, why not serve first? Service over salary. Branding like a leader closes the gap for people who want branding. Speaking like a leader closes the gap for people who are nervous about speaking. If Steve Jobs would have speculated, we wouldn't have Apple.
He changed lives. He helped people open up their business and start their business.
We are the brand. Some people say, Shaan, should I quit my job? Mentally, yes.
As a speaker too, to be able to learn from him and watch him and game respects game. And I want to have that much game someday.
The right client, pay $500,000 for what you do. You have to be bold in your beliefs.
He has been an amazing asset to this event and a pleasure to work with. Very captivating, collaborative, worked very well with the audience.
I want to help you. Put a 0 behind your number, right?
The session was great. How he is online, virtually, he is even more phenomenal in person.
Be the face of change that you want to see. Stop asking questions and start giving demands.
The entire team has just been absolutely incredible. They are a joy to work with. They go above and beyond.
Give yourself a round of applause. Yes.
All right, guys. So I said before we went to the break, I said that I will add $100 to the reward. Anyone who can summarize what Bobby said into one word will get the training on it as well as $100 cash. I don't care how you get it, Cash App, PayPal, whatever. What's the word?
You have a couple.
I haven't seen the word yet. Nobody has said it yet. We're at 7:55. I've seen sales, salesmanship, value, leadership, character, accountability, communicating, awareness, speaking, promoting. All of those are aspects of it, but none of them are the word. Anybody have anything else? Nope. Vision is not it, and belief is not it. Happy Mev says never give up on IG. That's an aspect of it, but it's not the word. No. Let's turn to Bobby. Let's turn to Bobby for a moment. We play these kind of games all the time in the leverage, guys, and it's not a game. Yeah, I promise you, business is not a game. It's really war. It's chess. If it was a game, it would be chess. Bobby, what would your one word be that would summarize what you've been able to attain through marketing?
Man, summing it up in one word is pretty tough, but I would say if I can, two words, but one would be love. That was huge for me. I was able to love my family properly and my clients. Another one would be like honor. And there's a lot in that one: integrity, honor, and all of the different things. But I mean, one word, I think that's a pretty big challenge. Like what is one word?
Travis just hit it.
I was about to say, Travis.
Hit it.
Yep.
Travis just hit it, guys. It's freedom. Marketing is freedom. You're not marketing because you have shackles. You're still in the prison of self-judgment, self-doubt. That's what limits you. That's what breaks your wings. Your own self-limiting beliefs break your wings. You're already a millionaire. You're already a millionaire. The problem is you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in yourself, and you should, because I do. I do. All of the people that you look up to believed in you. If you follow Martin, if you follow Malcolm, if you follow Nat, if you follow Ronald, if you follow Donald, if you follow anybody who was speaking and working for the people, they believed in you. You know, there's a symbol. I use this symbol in Branded Like a Leader too. The elephant. The elephant. Remember the Bobby? Remember the training? The elephant tied to the thimble. The elephant tied to the thimble. As a baby elephant, you tie an elephant to a small little thimble or a needle in the ground and put a rope around it, and he can't move, and he learns his limitation. And as an adult, you tether him to the same almost invisible needle, and he will not be able to move. So the training is called Freedom Run. The training is called Freedom Run, and it's purchasable on the website, right? Freedom Run, origin brand story. Your freedom is tied to marketing. We live in a 3-second world. All of those trainings are on my website, guys. And they're not a lot. Like, they're all under $100. It's unbelievable the amount of value that we've provided just this morning alone. And Monday, there will be a negative campaign going on in people's head, and they will show up to the call late because it's free. And they'll say, oh, it's a negative campaign against themselves. A negative marketing campaign against themselves the night before that says, don't go to sleep early so you can wake up on time, or you can wake up early and be prepared. Go to sleep late, watch TV, eat potato chips and ice cream, right? There's all kinds of negative and positive campaigns and marketing campaigns that take place in our heads every single day, guys. But I guarantee you, this is a guarantee. This is not conjecture. This is not my opinion. This is evidence-based, and Bobby's a shining example of it. So you got the proof. It's the truth, and you got the proof in your face. Marketing equals freedom. Marketing equals freedom. Those are my last words. Travis, we'll catch up with you on the back end and get you that $100 and the Freedom Run training. Everybody else, beat your feet to the website and find it and get to work. Those are my last words. Tomorrow's sales. Marketing is senior to the sales. That's why we did marketing first, because you can't sell what somebody doesn't know about. You need money? Market. You want freedom? Market. You want time? Market. What did you say, Bobby? Love? You want love? You got more love? Let me ask you this, Bobby. You got more love? You got more honor in the house?
Much more. Much more.
And that's because you're putting yourself out there and you're daring to market. You're daring to market. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? The phone ain't going to punch you in your face, guys. Market. Market. Market is service. Serve, 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 and you'll get what you deserve. My last words. What you got for
them? I would say if we're covering sales tomorrow, you definitely want to be in a room, because sales and marketing in the way that I know they're going to do it is going to be super transformative. And those that know my background know that I'm finance, economics, disruptive innovation, all that good jazz. So we talked about marketing today. We talked about how you can free yourself through marketing. Let's talk about the balance sheet very, very shortly, very, very briefly, right? The balance sheet, ladies and gentlemen. Marketing is one of the most expensive things in the businesses that I have studied and the businesses that I have worked with and not worked with directly. Marketing is one of the most expensive things next to employees. Because sales brings money in to your business. Marketing is how you get the sales, and then the people is how you deliver the service. So when we're looking at our balance sheets, usually, those are two of the biggest things. How many people do we have to pay? How much is it going to cost us to pay them? And then how much does it cost us to get sales, to acquire clients? So that's my last piece. I would say if you enjoyed this, you better be here tomorrow, because that link is one of the things, if I may say really quickly, is something that young business owners and entrepreneurs do not connect. They don't connect sales to marketing. And when you don't do that properly, it drains your bank account. A lot of people are running campaigns and getting no money. And that's crushing their balance sheet, putting them behind year and year and year. Debt, I mean, it's rough. And many people come to me too late. Don't be there.
Thank you, sir.
Right. That's right. And I'll say this, guys. I ask everybody this question. If I delivered 100 ideal clients to your business right now, what would you do with them? If you don't know sales, then it's meaningless. Guys, you want to tap in tomorrow. Tap in tomorrow. We'll be talking about sales. 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't be late. And like they say in my country, if you miss it, you diss it. Let's grow.
Let's grow. Thank you very much.